Okay, here's some quick market changes for September of 2024, Phoenix Metro. Let's get right into it. So the actives are up a little bit. They seemed like they were gonna kind of chill and maybe turn the other way, but they went right back up. Why is that? It's because our under contract have not grown a whole lot, but our new listings have gotten a little bit stronger. So just the most recent, few weeks, we had a lot more sellers go online. That's probably because they were anticipating there to be a lot of buyer demand because that interest rate dropped suddenly. So they thought that people were going to flood the market. I think a lot of us did. That just didn't really happen. Another one that we're going to see is the contract ratio is sort of just floundering. It's up a little bit, but it's not showing a whole lot of positive movement. I see that probably shrinking a little bit in the next couple of weeks. Cromford Market Index is going down only by a hair. But still, it's something to be felt because technically 100 is that balance line between buyers and sellers, and we're just below that right now. So if you've been a seller, in the past few years, you've gotten trained to think that things are pretty good and sell pretty fast, but we're just seeing a little bit more time on market and a little bit more negotiations. So quickly review those. Here you can see that line started to creep back up, and it's a pretty steady slope. So we'll see what that looks like in a couple weeks. Couple months, see if the listings chill out, the new listings to market, or if that creeps up. We'll see. If we continue on this path, we're probably going to see right around 19,000 between Maricopa County and Pinal County. Here's the new listings going on the market. You can see that we had a pretty significant jump by about 800 or so. That's a significant change. That's a little bit more than 10% more than went on last month. So let's see what September does. It's going to have a huge effect on the total amount of active inventory. Still holding that record low. We can't break through it, man. If we could just get a few more hundred homes under contract in the next couple of weeks, we could break through last year's line. If we don't, all right, man, I guess we're just going to have a quiet year. Seasonal decline on our contract ratio. You can see there's usually a nice little shape. Starts a little bit quiet, and then it gets up into the spring and the summer, and then it tapers down and usually will continue to fall after that as people go away for the summer. They come back and they've got school, then we get into the holidays. That's really just not a super strong buying season for Phoenix Metro. But you can see that we declined kind of close to where we started at the beginning of this year, a little bit earlier. So we're just seeing that sort of flatten out. We might see it go flat for the rest of the year. If we see it go even lower, then we're going to see a lot of opportunity for buyers and a little bit of pain for sellers. This is the Cromford Market Index. This is the one forward-looking insight that we will really pay a whole lot of attention to. And you can see it's really flat right there, close to that 100 line. Actually, 96.5. Whoopsie, that's a typo. That was a data blip from last week or last month that something was funky with it. But anyway, it's 99.4, which means it is just below that 100 line. So it just feels like kind of generally balanced, which is not a terrible thing. There's not a lot of swift change, but you can see Paradise Valley, Cave Creek, these areas are a little bit more of the luxury type of property. So you can see bigger swings because this is what's called the load of luxury. You see more people coming in and actually participating in some selling and some buying activity in those areas, where typically during the summertime they're pretty quiet. So I expect these to kind of modulate a little bit throughout the next couple of weeks, but I don't see any major swings unless something crazy happens. Now we are coming up on some Fed stuff. We're coming up on an election. So we'll see how the markets sort of respond to that. We've also got some new requirements as to getting agreements with buyers, and the way that we advertise compensation for agents. So it's all getting thrown in the pot, and we're going to mix it around and see what kind of cake it makes. All right, till next tips. Interest rates are down, right? So we just had some economic information come out, some reports come out, and the markets reacted pretty significantly. You can see that interest rate line. We've been growing, since January, and that sort of led to our lower volume of sales throughout the spring and summer. We've actually been declining over the last few months, and now we just slammed down below 6.5. Now that was